Today's Thursday the 27th. It's Thanksgiving. And it's only been a little over 24 hours since I took my first walk through. We're going to go through the hall, going out to the deck where yesterday a satellite dish was placed up on the roof up there, and you can't even see it from this location. Isn't that amazing? Well, you can just barely see the edge of it up there. It comes through down into this room right here. Now, I did a couple of loads of laundry today because in the studio cottage, the washing machine drain overflowed and flooded the washroom last night. It was too dark for me to look at it, and besides, I don't have a snake. That door there goes to the workshop area, which is really going to be a warehouse. This door is an entry to a pantry. And it's very nicely organized. Very nice, and it has a lot of room. And it's kind of cold here because there's stone. It's almost a cellar. You see, there's a stone footing under that, which is basically what this goes into. So that's very nice. Maybe during this tour, the quartz cat will show up. She's disappeared somewhere in the house. I don't believe she had the opportunity to get out. This is the dining room. I think the chandelier will stay. It's probably a good height over the table, and it matches pretty much what we left in Pleasant Hill that was original to that house. Today is a warmish day. It's very blustery and windy, with the sense that there may be some rain on the way. We're looking out here over the front porch from the dining room. This is looking out the dining room towards the side for this. That is actually a stump that was left after a tree was cut down, and that's ivy growing over it. And there's a built-in hutch. The living room, the blinds, the drop blinds, because they're fine up there, they don't hide the view, and they are going to help make the room a little warmer in the winter. I took off the drapes and just left the vertical blinds on that window, which will help also protect the piano during really cold times, because the piano is going to be right in this location. Fireplace, that firebox on the right, which is probably for firewood or something, that can be lifted out, and that'll make a lot more room here, and that could be a place where I could extend maybe a stone place for firewood, or just leave more access around the piano. I took down that drapery that was hanging up in here. The garden probably will end up being somewhere out in this area here, fenced off from the deer. There's a small closet here, but not much storage. I wonder if I can zoom in on them. Let's see if it zooms in on the pink flamingos. The pink flamingos are going to go into storage. Side, typically. If I want to look outside, I could look out this window here and see what is going to become probably a oriental garden of some sort, a meditation space out beyond the deck. And the garden will be beyond that. The mirrored wall, I think, is going to go. I had never thought I would keep it because I want the room to be brighter. And it's smoke mirrored. If it was plain mirror, it might be a little different. I don't know. And since some pieces are missing, I think I should just take it off and paint it white. The other thing is, I don't know how I'm going to organize this, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, we're going to go up the stairway now and look at the rooms upstairs now that I've removed all of the window coverings, because there are nice views from each of the rooms, which you couldn't appreciate when the windows were covered with lace and dust. So this is the guest room upstairs with the chimney coming through it, which is interesting. I think we can get a nice tall chest in this room, somewhere over here probably, and then probably the bed coming out from that wall there. And then there's a nice view of the mountains in the distance out here. It seems that the windows on some of these rooms are very much affected by minerals in the water. Some of them are very cloudy. So here's a second floor bathroom for the guests. There's a jacuzzi, but I believe that the power doesn't work. I'm not sure about that. It was revealed in the inspection that they couldn't turn it on, but it may have been just a circuit breaker issue. I cleared off the window covering because, you know, no one's going to be on the roof looking in at you, and it's much nicer if you're standing in the bath looking out over the pasture. I mean, you can see it. If you can focus through the window, you can see the pasture beyond and the trees, and it's just very nice. It's a good sized bathroom. So this is the upstairs library area, probably. I'm not sure what this is going to be. This could be another sleeping area. I'm not sure, but I took the window covering down because I couldn't stand it. And looking out here, you have a view above of the mushroom tree, which is actually an ivy tree, and the well. And then you can see in the distance the mountains. So it's very nice. Now over here are the leaded doors that lead to what is really the library. And this library is going to have to be lit from recessed lighting in the ceiling because there's no way with this low ceiling that you can have hanging lamps. For instance, look at this. Why would you put a hanging lamp in an area that's already barely 6 feet high? If you notice that ceiling, it's already lower than the ceiling in the middle of the room. And then they've got a hanging lamp there. That's got to go. Even though there's nothing wrong with it, it's just not suitable for this location. Looking out through this window, you see the nice holly bush and the mushroom tree in the distance. And this is a birch. And there's the drive, the entry there. So this would be a nice little place to study. And if I have the large table in the middle of the room, the large square meeting table, sitting at that table will be very nice. I do need to figure out where I'm going to make tea up here because I don't like the idea of having to go downstairs just to make a cup of tea. So we're entering this other little hallway. I've taken off all of the window sashes and the baubles that were in the closet. This room is painted blue. If I get rid of the blue carpeting, I can probably tolerate the blue paint, but I may even repaint that. But since it's really going to be for storage, not really as a bedroom, it probably can just remain the way it is. But if I can get rid of the carpeting, I'm going to, because blue carpeting is okay, but pink carpeting is just is nicer than the blue. This one's got pink. This room here has a nice little closet also. That's a nice closet there. So there's a place to store clothing and objects. But this room again will probably be storage of other type. One knows exactly how to organize it. There's a heater in each of these two bedrooms, electric wall heater, so they actually can be heated separately from the rest of the house. There's the drive entry and the fence going out towards it. And this, we haven't seen the quartz. I don't know where she is. Quartzy, oh, there she is. There's the baby. There she is. This goes down to the downstairs studio. I probably will leave that carpet, and if I'm lucky, I'll be able to just simply replace all the carpet throughout this house, lock, stock, and barrel, so that I don't have these transitions between blue, pink, beige, brown, and gold, and then back to beige and brown. Come along, baby, we're going to go outside now. So we're going to go out and do some raking and tidying up while there's still sunlight, because she wants to go outside and I just can't let her out unless I'm there to supervise her. Today I put in the very first actual piece of something that's going to stay in the house, and it is this. It is the quartz rock in a little niche that has a light that allows it to be seen for all of its translucent glory. I think we'll walk by and you'll be able to see how translucent the light comes through it. At night, this is going to be really neat. I learned about this when I put the quartz in the car. See that? There's a light up above it, and it's coming through. In the night, I think it'll be very beautiful. And speaking of very beautiful, yes, you're a good girl. Yes.